3, 2, 1. What's up, YouTube? Sorry about the background. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for that. Doing this video real quick. I'm actually about to head to a shoot, and so I just want to do an unboxing of my new camera and lens and mount adapter, which I'm gonna be using on this shoot. So I recently just purchased a R5, Canon R5. You see it, a giant R. This is actually my first mirrorless camera. There's probably an echo. There's not very much furniture or anything in this room, so hopefully this mic is picking up something decent. But no, it's a quick video. But we're gonna quickly unbox this. We have the Canon R5. We have the RF50 1.2, and then we have the Canon adapter that I'll be using because I have a lot of EF lenses and I'm not getting rid of them yet. All right, cool. So we're gonna be quick. So let's see. Let's start with the R5. Boom, boom. The box is open. Yeah. All right. So first thing that we get is the battery charger. All right. So come with a battery charger. Pretty standard Canon battery charger. Looks like all of them in the full frame world. Get your Canon battery. It's a great battery. Make sure you buy 2. I bought 3. Make sure you buy more than 1, especially if you're shooting weddings or events. You're just gonna need the battery. Here is a plug. Wait a second. Give me one moment. Okay, so this is actually different. So on the old battery chargers, there was the plugs in the back. The plugs that you just pull out the back, plug in the wall. This one is actually has a power cord. So that's pretty cool. So kind of like charging my Windows Mark 3. No basic information, image Canon. I'm not probably gonna use that for a while, but you know, R5 instruction manual. And then this is the USB-C to USB-C to, you know, plug it up to the computer, use other attachments, yada, yada, yada. It's good to have. So we're gonna go in here. This is where we get to the money. All right, right here, we have the body, we have the strap. Eos R5 Strap. I probably won't use this because I, as minimum, try to use the main brand straps as possible, so no one really knows what I'm shooting with, unless they just know. If you're a fan of cameras, then you know. Got it. So the box. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. All right. So, all right, cool. So right here, this looks pretty good. Like the size, like the weight. I actually like my cameras to have a little bit of weight. If you've been on the channel, you know I have a 1DX Mark III. I love that camera a lot. It is a pretty smooth camera to use. It is heavy, so I am also excited about using this to not having something as heavy. But yeah, definitely a nice size, definitely a nice feel. One beef I've always had about mirrorless cameras is the kind of like, if you have large, I have fairly large hands, like not the largest, not the smallest, right? In that pinky space right there. So I think I'll definitely be looking to get like the battery attachment with it, because I just don't like how my pinky kind of rests on that. In my 1DX or with my 5D4 or what I'm shooting with right now, the 60 Mark II. This is a much longer, the grip is a little bit longer, so I'm not the biggest fan of like the shortness of it. I like the weight, but yeah, I just like the cameras being a little bit bigger. Cool. Moving up. Open this up real quick. If you don't know, which I'm not sure if it's on the R6 too, but they have the shutter cover. I think it is, because I think it's on all the mirrorless cameras. It has the shutter cover, which is nice to help keep dust and stuff like that. When you're out in the field, whatnot, you get less dust in your lens, which is great. It means you don't have to clean as often or as regularly. I'm not sure if regularly is a word. I think it is, but we're gonna go with it. All right, let's see if I can put it back on real quick. Lord. Boom. And so, no, it's pretty cool. Got all the attachments. One thing that I'm most excited about is this having my flip screen. I'm shooting with a 60D Mark II right now. That flip screen, it actually feels like it's a bigger flip screen. I don't know. We'll check that out later. But yeah, it's nice to have the screen. Y'all know about the EVF, whatnot. It's a beautiful camera. Absolutely beautiful. Let me see if there's anything else. And sorry I'm rushing this video. I just got to make sure I can charge all my batteries and get everything set up before my photo shoot. Which I wouldn't necessarily suggest shooting immediately with a new camera on a paid gig, but you know, we do what we do, and I have no regrets. And so this is also a light shoot, just some prints. It's a shooting prints. This strap is also a lot smaller than like previous straps, so they usually are quite a bit thicker. So that's also new. That's cool. Alright, let's look into, actually let's see. That might be a little, that's usually like half of, that's usually like at least a bar juice in the batteries when you get them. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, it is a new style battery, the Canon glowing logo on the front. That's a little new. I'm sure it has some specs to say how much better it is than the previous model, XYZ. Alright, I just want to cut it on even if I don't have it. Let's see if it's gonna cut on. It's not. This is a very dead battery. Alright, cool. We'll show you being cut on later. But let's go to the next one. My buddy, my pal, my new one. So this is the first real L lens 50mm that I've ever had. Previously I had the 50, which is actually my first 50mm when I period would be the 50 Canon 50 1.4, and I love that lens. I actually give that lens a lot of credit of how I improved as a photographer, going from that 18 to 55, which I think was standard, to that 55 lens. Just kind of like, you know, it fixed a lot of my issues with photography, you know, shooting way too close with wide. You know, when you're using that early 18-55, you know, no one tells you, you know, like if you're taking portraits, which primarily what I do, you might not want to take portraits at the 18 side up close, you know, because it distorts the faces and whatnot. If you want to see a comparison, I have a video about what it was in 2020 versus 2016 or 2018 or something like that. But that's a good video to see like some of the differences of using just a regular 50mm or 7200 or something like that. Oh, but here's the lens cap. Always good to keep. The lens bag. I never actually use a lens bag, but maybe one day. And this, ooh, this thing heavy. This thing is heavy. This is a chunky lens. Yeah, there's everything in the box. So this is the 50mm. 50mm 1.2. This is a heavy. This is the L lens. I think it's the best 50mm available right now from Canon, particularly by Canon. It has, you might not be able to see it, but it has two rings. So the first one is the Aperture Ring, and the second one, I'm just gonna call it the Smart Ring because I don't remember what it's called. The Smart Ring, and essentially what it does is you can move your aperture, your ISO, anything like that. I'm actually really curious to use this for the first time. It has a pretty good, it feels good. Let me say that. You can feel resistance a lot more in the, well, it has like clicks in the Smart Ring. In the back ring is pretty smooth. It feels like my 70 to 200. Yeah, it feels good. It's a nice weight. Nice. This isn't metal, it's a plastic, but it's a feel good plastic. So let's see what it looks like on the lens. Body screen. Alright, sturdy. And you know, you've seen YouTube videos, you know, whatnot. Yeah, this immediately goes back into a heavy lens. Just to be honest with y'all. This definitely got some weight to it. Like, this is a weapon. Definitely the weight. I don't even think it's any different than my 1DX, probably with a smaller lens on it. That's crazy. But it is a huge piece of glass. This is, yeah, just a very large piece of glass. So I'm really excited to use it and see what all we can do with it. So I do have one more thing to unbox. I dropped something. It's not anything important, but the last thing we got is the mount adapter. So this is so I can still use my EF lenses. 7200 is still my favorite lens. Right now I'm not about to buy a new 7200. I had just bought one last year with the 1DX Mark III, so that one's gonna work me for a little bit. But it'll just be nicer still to have a smaller lens. I mean, have a smaller body to complement with that lens, because that's a heavy lens too. So, you know, general like Canon information, wrapped up nice and bubbled. Cool. Comes with a long little pouch, which I need to make sure I keep steady with me. And here it goes. Okay, it's actually, be for real, it's about the size of like a like a nifty 50, probably like the either a pancake lens or the 50 1.8. But yeah, it's a good size, good weight to it. I'll use it later. Y'all probably see this time. I'll use it. This is probably the release for it. Release for the front is right here. Back. So essentially, it just allows me to use my lenses. Say, for instance, which I'm shooting with right now is the 51.4. 51 port. It would allow me to use that, or my 70-200, or my 24 to 70. I think the next RF lens I'm gonna get is that 28 to 70, that 2.8. That thing looks like it'll definitely be one of my favorite lenses in the future. But yeah, that is the unboxing of everything. So thank y'all for being a part of this. I got one more unboxing to do later. It's gonna be with an RP. Got that in to help out with some vlogging work and some podcast studio work that I plan on doing in the future. But yeah, so I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming to watch this channel. I hope you like, subscribe. I know it's a late, the R3 is about to come out and I'm doing an unboxing about the R5, but I ain't got that YouTube money yet. But with your help, I can get there one day. But thank y'all for being consistent. I'm gonna do a shoot in the next week or so with the R5 and the 50mm and give y'all a little review. But yeah, let me know if there's any questions, concerns, anything like that. Throw them in the comments. Throw them in the comments and let me know if there's anything that y'all want to see in the future. But y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all later.